All right, hope you're excited. It's that time of the week again, Friday update. So this week was a great week. Actually, we started working on the ClipFlow version 2. So if you haven't been following us, we've taken what we've learned from V1 and we're now building out the app to what we think it should be. It's basically the vision that we started with, now coming to fruition. To start that off, I worked on task lists this week. So task lists will become a core component of ClipFlow, basically allowing you to work through the things that are required to publish a video. We will be building a ClipFlow default template with best practices in there so that you can follow those, or you can customize it to your desire and how your team works and functions. So think of it as your basic Asana, Monday, all those kind of apps, but built specifically for YouTube. Okay, so we started working on those models and they're looking good to go. Moving forward, Daryl and I had a meeting about the new designs. We just wanted to finalize our design system so that everything looks the same across all our screens and pages. And once that's locked in, it makes it very easy for us to then iterate on that. Once we have our, what our components look like, it's very easy to use them as Lego blocks and just move really quickly. So we decided to spend some time, go through that and kind of discuss our vision for ClipFlow moving forward. So that was a really good use of time. Then from there, I started working on those actual components. So I started setting up the layout. So basically the screen layout in the project view, columns, the headers and the titles and all those kind of things, and building them into components using view components so that they are available and we can use them and drop them in any page and that it always looks the same, right? So that's what we want to achieve. We then moved on to the new project packaging screen. So packaging is a very important part of a YouTube video. It basically represents 50% of its success. 50% is your packaging, which is your title, your hook, and your thumbnail. Those things are really important and should be focused on in the beginning. Most big YouTubers actually spend a lot of time focusing on that first and then building the video after they've nailed that. Because if you can't get people to watch and stay hooked for the first 30 seconds, you've lost the view and your video is not going to perform. So we spent the time building up that new screen and that's looking really cool. We've added a little preview there so you can actually see what thumbnail and title look like in YouTube. Just to give you a quick look, obviously there are a lot of tools so you can show your thumbnail amongst others, but this is the first portion just to kind of give you a little bit of a look, and it just helps create a little bit of polish. And when you're building, you can flick through your thumbs and your titles and see the changes happen in real time and then decide which ones you want to make primary. From there, I also started migrating some of our components from V1 to V2, making slight changes. So we were making a few things a bit smaller and using the new view component best practices from Evil Martians, actually building the components a bit more flexible. So the button component is way more flexible now. It has different variants and it functions more like you'd see it's in something like React. So that's really cool. And then I also added support for multiple titles and hooks, because this will be something that you'll iterate on. So we'll be introducing smart tools inside of ClipFlow so that it can help you iterate on your title. So you could come up with one and then we'll help you figure out maybe a better version or a different version for you to decide if you want to choose those or use those, and just help augment your experience as you work through it. And then finally, I continued on with our cold emailing, and we're just going to keep hitting that for 25. It has taken a little bit of a backseat while we try and finalize ClipFlow V2. We do think that this is, when you start with MVP, it's kind of we're just throwing things on a page, but now we're coming together and making it all cohesive and feel really nice. And I'm using these tools at the moment for reviewing videos, and it just feels so good compared to what I used to do with emails or messaging back and forth. I'm just getting comments and I can see when my editors are dropping new versions for me to go and check out, or when they leave comments, and we can do live commenting on video. So that's all working really well. So very excited, as you can probably tell, but cannot wait to get V2 out to everyone. It is a bit of a journey, so there's probably a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, just as there's a lot of new things that we're building in there, but very excited for everyone to get their hands on it. And we will catch you on the next one.